Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2017. Welcome to a new you. Welcome to a better you. And thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Unfiltered. I'm celebrating my birthday this week, so I'm super excited and I'm grateful for so many things. And also I'm looking forward to a year of change and improvement for me. On this episode, I am going to just encourage women out there and a few things that I think can help into making 2017 a little bit better than 2016. I have got just 4 things that I will be talking on, and the first one is forgiveness. I think we need to learn, if not improve, on forgiveness. Forgiveness helps you to move on from the past. And I think it's something that we women need to do more of. Whatever it is that anyone might have done to you, or whatever situation you could have found yourself that didn't favor you, you need to forgive and move on. If it's a family, if it's a friend, or an ex-partner that's done something to you that you find really unforgivable, find it in your heart somewhere to forgive and move on, because that's going to help you into getting into that better relationship, or into getting in, or when you find the right situation, you would feel much at ease, you will feel better, you will feel strengthened. Why? Because you have come from something probably, even worse, that you think let's put it this way, you've overcome a big challenge. So anything that comes your way this year, you will be better prepared for it. Forgive and move on. I say move on because it's such a small world, and at some point you will meet that person again, that friend or that partner. And what do? Is everything going to keep flushing back, or are you just going to look at the person and say, hey, how you doing? Is everything okay? Fine, Let's move on. It's part of life. Or that friend, you might come across them again, and if it's a friend that you'd like to keep, then, you just say whatever it is that hurt you and move on from it. I know it's hard to forget, because also I would say that not forgetting helps you to not make the same mistakes. But forgiving takes away that burden, takes away that pressure. So forgive anything and everything so that you can move on into 2017, into better things, into greater things, knowing that no matter what that challenge may be, you have already learned, you have forgiven, you have overcome it. So bring it on. Secondly, communication. We need to communicate better in 2017. If you didn't communicate before, then I urge you to start communicating. Communicate whatever it is that you have within you that's that's burdening you, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's at work. Communicate about your dreams, your goals with your partners, or the right people, the right friends that are going to help you to achieve the dream, or even support you along the journey towards that dream. Communication in our marriages. Communicate about what you didn't like in 2016, what you'd like to improve on in 2017. Communicate, to your partner about what you want to do so that they can support you. Don't ever assume that they're psychic and they'll know exactly what you want to do or what you'd like to achieve. No. Assume that they don't know. Assume that they don't know that side of you. Communicate with them. Communicate with your friends. If you have a friend that can support you in something, communicate with that person. Communicate at your workplace. Communicate better. Let's put it that way. So that you don't find yourself misunderstood, or you don't find yourself alone thinking nobody understands you. But then how can we understand you if you don't communicate? Thirdly, time. Let's make time. Let's make time for each other. Let's make time for family. Let's make time for friends. I'm not saying give a call every day. I'm saying when you have a spare moment, just give a quick call to a friend and say, hey, I just thought about you. I just wanted to find out how you're doing. And I'm super busy right now. I'm just going to put dinner on, or I'm just going to do my assignments, or I'm just going to finish up with work. But I just thought about you, and I said, let me just give you a quick call, see how you're doing. It doesn't cost us nothing. I know quite a few people who lost someone in 2016, and I'm sure a lot of them would sit and think at certain points, what could I have done better? Let's commute. Let's make time for our families. Let's spend time with them. 1 day a week, 1 day a month is not too much. I know we all have to work to survive. I know we all have dreams. We have things to achieve, but time waits for no one, and it can't be taken back. So whatever we've lost, we have lost. Whenever you have the time, give a call to a member of the family, just let them know that you're thinking about them, even though they don't hear much from you, but you are thinking about them. You don't know. And you'll never know if that person is probably going through a moment of depression, or a moment of loneliness, or some form of challenge that just needed that word or that smile, or someone to share a laugh with. Let's make time. In our relationships, in our marriages, let's make time. Because I tell you, if you're not giving time, somebody else will give it. So I know you ladies understand what I'm saying. So let's make time for our marriages. Let's make time for our children. Let's make time for our families, so that they also can know that there is someone thinking about them. And lastly, support. As women, we need to support each other. And if you are already doing it, kudos to you. I find today that a lot of us are in different forms of art, or we've got different skills, we've got different businesses, but I find that we do not support each other enough. I have seen examples of someone who's got a friend that is probably into, makeup, or some form of business where they're selling some form of product, and they are doing this, but rather than support that person, you'd rather give that money to somebody else and get it probably more expensive, or just, I think it's sort of like we don't trust each other enough. But then if you don't give me your support, or if I don't give you my support, who's going to give me that chance? Who's going to give you that chance? I think we need to support each other more. If you have a friend that's doing something, support them. And if you think you can't afford what they're selling, just at least tell them, you're doing great. I love your product. Right now I really can't afford it, but one day I will definitely be able to get something from you. And maybe that can also give a signal to that person and say, well, maybe I'm not really, putting my products out there for the average person. It could give them some form of boost to help them to make their business better. Let's support each other more. Let 2017 be a year of peace and not war. A year of love and not hate. A year of giving. A year of loving each other. A year of making time for each other when we can. I pray that we all meet each other at the end of 2017 And I pray that whatever it is that we are all hoping to achieve, I pray that we achieve it, if not all of it, at least more than half of it. Until the very next episode of Unfiltered, it's bye for now.